And we're on. What's going on, everyone? Tuesday morning. It's, June 4th? And today's already been a rough day for me. But, because one, I woke up late, which I hate. Because I don't get enough time in the day, man. So that's why I like to get up early. I like to get things done and then get going. So, didn't get up early. And then I had a dentist appointment, and that didn't go the way I wanted it to. So that sucks. So now I have to go back next month. But you know what? I live by the saying, all I have is good days. I only have good days. Because then if something negative happens, I put a positive spin on it, and it just gets me through my day without whining and crying about it, without complaining. And then I end up enjoying the day. So yeah, I'm not going to let no dentist ruin my day, man. I mean, I'm here. I'm doing good. I'm awake. I'm alive. I'm chilling with my Run Everything stress ball. And it's a beautiful day outside. And I'm looking outside now and I'm seeing how much yard work I need to do. And that's something I don't want to worry about. But then I get to do this for people and for my business, and this is fun for me. This is what I love to do. I love doing this type of stuff. So, if you haven't already seen my post from yesterday, so for Strong Tower Nutrition, if you buy two products, so any two products, the actual supplement product, not any, not a shaker or a bottle or anything like that. It has to be an actual supplement or two supplements. You get a free Run Everything shaker. Yeah, I don't have the shaker stuff on it now because I'm drinking coffee out of it. But you get one of those for free. So don't miss out. That's for the whole month of June. So you got plenty of time. Do what you want to do, man. So usually I do it at the end of the podcast, but I just want to change it up. I want to do supplement questions because I have been being asked what's the real reason behind vegan protein? And does it actually work? Is it actually beneficial? Is it better than whey protein? So there's a couple of answers to that. I would say for certain things, yes. I would say actually like the vegan protein I feel so much better on. The way, and that's what you want, right? I mean, you want it to make you want to feel good on it. You don't want to feel sloppy or sluggish or bloated. You want to feel ready for the day. You want to feel energized. You want to be able to do things without worrying about that feeling in your gut. And that's what the vegan protein gives you because it is so lean, it's so clean. It's using just grains and herbs pretty much. But is it beneficial for muscle gain? That's the real question. Because a lot of people think that because you're a vegan that you're not getting in protein. So if you don't have protein, you can't gain muscle. That's a bunch of bro science. Yes, you need protein. But you don't need so much like the amount people think you do. You know what I mean? You don't need 5 times your body weight of protein. You know, you can actually gain muscle with carbs and with fat also. That's why it's good to have a good mix of the three. So with vegan protein, yes, you can gain muscle with vegan protein. Because just because you're not eating meat or you're not using a whey supplement, you could still put muscle on. There's plenty of um, I don't know if there's bodybuilders per se, but I know there's definitely a lot of people that are very muscular that build a lot of muscle and they're vegan. You know, you have to be very strategic in what you're eating. You can't just eat any old thing and try and gain muscle, but you have to eat your certain like legumes and beans and different things like that that have a lot of protein for vegans. So, with that being said, yes, I mean, you can gain muscle being vegan and also with vegan protein. And I think the vegan protein, even though it doesn't probably won't taste as great, I think it is probably the best thing for your body. Best supplement for your body if you're looking to bring in a lot of nutrients from outside of your actual food. So that was one of the questions. Are vegan protein powders healthy? So, depends what you think is healthy. I've always thought this. I've heard people use the word healthy in so many different ways. Because people think healthy is going to help you lose weight. Healthy is going to help you live longer, which is what I think it is. So when I say, instead of saying healthy, I say for your health or good health or for longevity, you know, because I've just heard it used so many different ways. Oh, this is healthy. That's not healthy. Oh, this is healthy. Oh, it's healthy, huh? Because it has organic on it? No. Because it says organic on it, look how much sugar is in it. Let's see how organic it is. You know what I mean? So, I would say get that out of your head to think, oh, is that healthy? It depends what your definition of healthy is. If you're trying to lose weight, say, okay, is this going to help me burn fat? I wouldn't say is it healthy because a lot of things that you do to burn fat or lose weight isn't healthy. Like bodybuilding's not healthy. Yeah, the way they eat is, but when it comes to time to compete, that's not healthy. So what is actually? It depends on your definition of healthy. You know. So my definition of healthy is living a long life. What helps you? What's going to help you live longer? What's going to keep you out of the hospital? And I think that's the definition that most people use. But a lot of people use it in so many different ways that you just don't know anymore. But because it makes me feel so good, because I feel energetic with it, I feel clean with it, I don't feel gross, lethargic, or bloated with it. Yeah, I feel like the vegan protein, especially the one. Alright, sorry about that. Technical difficulty. So, anyway, what was I saying? So, vegan protein, yes, it's healthy, or it is good for your health, it's good for longevity, it's good for making you feel good, it's good to keep you going, it adds nutrients to your caloric intake, it does all the things that protein is supposed to do. You know, that's the easiest way I can put it. So, just remember that and you'll be alright. Oh, man. Alright. Alright, we'll take one more question. I already talked about that. So this one says, is vegan protein bad for you because they heard that you can't really build muscle with it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I understand that. Just Google vegan bodybuilder, vegan lifter, I don't know, something. People that actually live the lifestyle and then try and do that kind of stuff. I know there's that that vegan Instagram girl that actually stopped being vegan. But then her Instagram is still vegan, but then her her lifestyle isn't, which doesn't make sense to me. But she was actually getting sick or whatever. I just don't think she was doing it correctly. Um, Vegan is not eating animal products, right? And there's a lot of things that aren't animal products, but you got to have a strategy. You got to be careful, and you got to pay attention. You know, if she was losing so much weight, you know what I mean? I mean, she just wasn't getting enough of certain food. You know, I mean, she was probably wasn't eating enough. Definitely, probably not enough protein or carbs. You know, she was probably being kind of too strict with it and just wasn't eating because she was probably, I don't know what it was. But I just think that's weird that if you're running a vegan Instagram, but you just got caught in a video eating meat, and she even tried to cover it up and everything. That was funny as hell. I don't know if I could find that on here or not, but yeah, man. I mean, you know what else happened this week was I don't know if you guys know who Matt Porter was, but he was a bodybuilder. I remember watching him at the which nationals was it? I know it was one of the national shows, and he always like it was so close to becoming pro, man. It was just so close, and I think he just decided like to hang it up and um, become a coach because I guess I think that's what he was more passionate about. So he was a great. It looked like he was a great contest prep coach. You know, there's a lot of those out there, and that's a different story. But he actually passed away this past week, and of course, you know when a bodybuilder something happens to a bodybuilder, whether they end up in the hospital or they end up like dying, unfortunately, like Matt Porter did. It's it's sad that people just all of a sudden assume that it's steroids that killed him. You know, like just because they use steroids in the sport doesn't mean that's what's gonna kill him. He was a contest coach. You actually think he was like pushing that shit into his body 24/7? No, man, no. And if you would have looked him up and seen the way he ate and the way he trained, it was very smart. It was very calculated. Everything he ate was calculated. You know, so it's definitely a sad thing, and I hate seeing it. It's like I don't even get mad. I just get disappointed and I get sad for those people's families. Like when Dallas McCarver died, like of course he's a different story because he was competing. He was a young dude who wanted to be the best, and sometimes people go a little too far to want to be the best. And I think if you were to ask them, hey, would you do this and die in 5 years? Like they did with the Olympians. They said, hey, would you take this drug and win gold medals, but then die within 10 years? Or not take it and not get gold medals or whatever. And they would take the gold medal every single time. Even though they knew they would die in 5 or 10 years. So that just shows you the mindset of certain athletes and the passion that they have for whatever they do, whether it be Olympic sport, whether it be bodybuilding, anything like that. Everyone's looking for an edge. So people just need to quit complaining and understand it's the ones that complain that weren't athletes. Isn't that funny? You know, it's the ones that complain about steroids that never had something mean that much to them. You know, I've watched plenty of documentaries on steroids, like it's crazy, and they all have one thing in common. Um, the people within the court that kind of that were in court when the whole baseball era of steroids like came about, and they all had to like go and tell their testimony and all that kind of stuff, and come before different officials, and they all had no clue. They all have no clue. They just think about the sport they love, blah blah blah. They love to watch. You're not playing. You're not putting your body through tons of shit. They have no idea. If it was up to me, I would say it would be legal, but you have to have it has to be under supervision. Because guess how much fun sports would be to watch? More than it is now. Just saying, man. That's just my opinion. But because then you don't got to worry about who's taking it and who's not. Because even though you think they're not, your favorite baseball player, your favorite athlete is taking something. It may be legal, it may be illegal, whatever. Doesn't matter. They're taking something. So quit thinking that everyone in every fucking sport is natural or everything. Everybody's so about being natural. When you're an athlete, you don't understand what you put your body through. You know what I mean? And when they care that much, when you're at that kind of level, it's so different. It's so different. So so if steroids gives you an edge, how is sleeping in a hyperbaric chamber different? That gives you an edge. How is getting massages different? How is doing sports psychology different? How is going to a therapist different? All of it is to give you an edge over someone else. That's all. That's what everything is. Everything. You know? And you have to think of it like that because that's just what's going to happen. When you're an athlete at that kind of caliber, that's what's going to happen. Is you're going to find that. So people that watch sports, like, quit being naive, quit being stupid, and just recognize it is what it is, man. They're athletes. I'd rather hear about that shit than all this domestic violence stuff, man. Like people don't, they're more in an uproar over people using steroids than they are all these dudes hitting their girls or hitting their kids. It pisses me off. Especially when it's a guy on your team like Odubel Herrera. Are you kidding me, dude? That's a bitch move. It really is. It's a bitch move. You're a grown man and you're a professional athlete and you're going to put your hands on a woman? I don't think so. I don't care how much they're in your face. I don't care how much they're slapping the shit out of you. Be a man, toughen up, and take it. That's what it is. But for sure, let's be more in an uproar about domestic violence than we are steroids. Come on. Shit's dumb. But definitely, ew. I hate when I get my dog hair and my wife's hair everywhere. Like, the only one who doesn't shed is me. You know? My dog sheds, my wife sheds. What the hell? Got it all up on my, Run Everything Lab shaker, man. So, that being said, rest in peace, Matt Porter, man. Like, I hate seeing people go young and he left behind a wife and a young kid. That's even worse. I can't, I couldn't imagine, dude. Anywho. I don't know. Oh, you know, I was gonna, no. Oh, there it is. Yeah, man, he was real young. Doesn't say how old he is. But yeah, so they wrote so back to Matt Porter, it says he said it felt like pneumonia again. He tried to see if he would get better about a week, then decided to go to the doctor. They thought it was a bad cold, so he went home. Days later, he wasn't well, but it was the weekend, so he went to Medicare or Quick Care. Doctor pushed him off and said bad cold. He told him he felt off more than pneumonia, but they insisted he was fine. Ugh, this is another thing that pisses me off. Is doctors. Ugh. Irritating. Yeah, if I'm real bad, I'll go to the doctor. But you know what? The last time I went to the doctor, I thought I had strep throat like a mother. Like, I went 2 months barely being able to swallow my spit. And you know what they told me? I didn't have strep throat and to take some Motrin. Are you shitting me? Take Motrin? I was popping ibuprofen like it was my job. And that's twice as strong as Motrin. Come on, dude. So I was like, get out of here, man. But thankfully, I found some herbal tea and this herbal cough drop. Oh shit, dropped my ball. Damn it. Alright. Anyway. But yeah, I found my mom got me this herbal tea and herbal cough drop, and boom, 2 days it was gone. I was like, what? You know what I mean? So maybe, just maybe, this herbal stuff has got something going on. You know, that's why everyone's so big on CBD now. You know, it's hard for me to take CBD during the day though. During the day, it doesn't make me feel too different. Yeah, it makes, because I'm a very calm person anyway. But taking and the CBD I use is Green Roads, and very tasty edibles though. I love the edibles. I think that's my favorite. I think I would always use edibles rather than the oil. I like putting the oil in my water though. I don't know if that dilutes it or anything, but and I used to put it in my coffee and all that kind of stuff. I actually might go do that after this, but the edibles I just love, and sometimes I'll take too much because they're delicious. But yeah, I mean, it definitely, I feel it working, but I'm not a very stressed or all around crazy person anyway. So I'll feel a little bit more chill because I'm usually a chill person. So yeah, I mean, I feel a little bit more chill, and it makes me kind of sleepy. And so that's why I usually don't take it during the day. I'll take it during the night, but then that knocks me out. It's hard for me to wake up. So but yeah, so that's why everyone's always so big on CBD now and medical marijuana. You know, we're finding more things in plants that we can actually use that were here this whole time. You know, and it's a shame that doctors can't prescribe that kind of thing because it's all about selling their medicines. You know, don't get me wrong, they work. I understand that. I understand that people need that type of stuff. You know, but there's always, try something else. You know, try CBD or marijuana or and yeah, I say marijuana when I talk about it medically. I'm not talking about weed, you're going to have a joint or some shit. You know, or just to get high. You know, people actually need that stuff to live. So I'm definitely a big advocate of CBD, medical marijuana, big advocate of herbal things. Now, I'm not going to say it cures everything. I'm not one of those people that is fully about. So yeah, I'm not a big plants and minerals type of person, you know. And I don't feel like it's going to cure everything, but definitely try it out and see what works for you, because just using the medicine, like pharmaceutical medicines and stuff like that, can be detrimental to your health and the longevity of it. See what I did there? But but anyway. So I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about before. And I did get this quote from this dude named Robert Bailey. And this is before like he just like came out with a shirt, like I'm wearing this shirt right now. It says I only have good days. And but way back when, like back in the day when I first started getting into bodybuilding, I would YouTube everything. I mean, just like I do now, but I was looking into, I lived, I breathed, I ate, and everything I did was bodybuilding. I didn't watch any TV pretty much. I just watched everything bodybuilding. I would fall asleep on my laptop like watching bodybuilding videos. People working out, different ways to do it, people posing, all that kind of stuff. So, now I just lost where I was. Oh, Rob Bailey. So I stumbled upon YouTube. It was like one of my recommended videos. And it said this girl, Dana Lynn Bailey, and her husband, you know, he wasn't even known yet. And it was just her. She's jacked. Like, you know, of course everyone thinks she's on steroids and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I'm into videography as well and editing. And so when I saw those two's videos on YouTube, like I just stuck with them. And now I can't remember what year that was. It had to be like 2012, 2013, something around there. Because I think that's when I started getting into it. But yeah, it was just like, I just followed their life. And it's so crazy to see where they are now. You know, definitely like multimillionaires, man. Like, they've created a successful clothing line, which is Rob's. Well, he started it. He's the clothing person that started. That's what he wanted. And when I first started watching his videos, they didn't talk about him at all. It was all about his wife, Dana. And that's all they did was talk about like bodybuilding and stuff. It was nothing really about the clothes and all that, but they were wearing certain shirts and people were commenting, "Oh, where'd you get that shirt?" And then they started saying, "Oh, like it's mine. Like I made it, you know." But now, and that's why I think I respect them so much, and I carry their product line of supplements for Strong Tower Nutrition. And that was a big reason because I followed them since pretty much day one where they started posting on YouTube. And I've just been following ever since. So, a little while after, he would just throw that saying in. He would be like, "Fuck it, I only have good days." I was like, ooh, I really like that. So it wasn't until recently until it started becoming big because he created a song about it because he's also a musician or a yeller. You know, he yells. But it's pretty dope because you add it to the electronic type beats and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And I think I kind of relate to him because we're pretty similar. I was always into screaming. I was always into music in that aspect because I can't really play an instrument. But I don't even know how I figured out I could scream. It was such a weird thing. I don't even know how I started it. I think I just tried it. And then one of my friends was like, "Ooh, Ben, you can scream, you know." But I was so nervous to do it in public. So one time, you know, after Wednesday night church, my boys, you know, they all could play instruments. You know, my one boy is good on the drums, others guitar and bass and stuff like that. So they got together and they're like, "Oh, Ben," my one friend that heard me was like, "Oh, Ben, show him like your scream." And I was like, "Ah." They're like, "Oh, come on, Ben." So I was like, okay. So finally I did it. And it made me feel good, man. I felt I don't know. I felt like a release. Like it was like what lifting feels like for me. Like I'm getting this anger out and I'm getting this passion out. But it was funny. I once I was screaming that note, my dad came around the corner and he was like, "Oh," and that was the first time like he heard me do it, and he was like, "Oh, that's okay." But but I've been into it ever since, and then I think that's why I kind of relate to Rob because he likes to yell, and then we kind of have the same taste in music and the same. But no, we don't dress the same, but I don't know, same kind of feel for life, I guess. I don't know. I've always related to him, so that's about it. So anyway, when I heard that saying, it just made me think. Like I know he doesn't have a good day every day. So what does he mean by that? I think he forces himself to have a good, or doesn't force it, but he allows himself to think differently for himself to have a better day or have a good day. People act like they can't control how their day goes. I don't understand that. Just because something goes bad doesn't mean you have to keep that going. You know what I mean? If something goes bad, why don't you flip the script and kind of put it in your mind that, okay, we're going to come back from this. We're going to do something different to put a positive swing on things. And probably about a year ago, I probably started doing that. And that just changed my whole mindset. Like, I'm not one of those people who wake up in the morning and say, let's have a good day. It's going to be a great day. Fuck that. No, I'm not like that at all. I wake up, I'm like, ugh, fuck. That's my first words in the morning. Like, like, fuck. But during the day, I see how things are, and no matter if it's raining, no matter if it's snowing, no matter if it's hot as hell, if I get a flat tire, if I have to go and do something, yeah, it may make me miserable, but then I think about things. I think about what I have. I think about, like, if I have to take my car to the shop. Hey man, I have a car that I can actually take to the shop. A lot of people don't have the car or have the money to even do that. So I feel blessed. I feel appreciative. I feel grateful for being able to do that. So that's what makes me have a good day, because I realize not everyone can do that. I don't have all the money in the world. I'm just getting by. But I am happy as hell because I get to look outside and I see what's mine. I see all the things that me and my wife work for. I see the things that we're still working for. And we're blessed to be able to be where we're at in life. And, that's what makes me have a good day. And I think about that every single day. And I try and get my wife to think that way, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So that's one of the biggest things that I think people should implement in their life, is just that positivity and not thinking about what other people have, because that's going to kill you. That will literally kill you, because you aren't doing the same things as other people. Even if you did, you wouldn't get the same result. That's just not how life works. And it's so much fun to do your own thing and become successful at it. I've been a part of things where I wanted it to be successful, but I couldn't do it my way because it was someone else's. So that's what got in my head saying, hey man, let's do your own thing. Do it the way you want to do it. And that's what I have I'm blessed to be able to do what I want to do. You know what I mean? I really don't do anything I don't want to do. Um, so, and other people can do that. They're like, oh, that must be nice. Yeah, it is. It's great. I'm a lot happier. But guess what? You can do that too. You live your own life. But don't let anyone else live your life for you. Don't let your job live your life for you. If you're working a shitty job, but you need it, people would just say, oh, quit and do what you want. Look, I don't say that. I say, if you find something that makes you happy about it. I have a job I don't like, but guess what? I don't have to do shit for decent money. And then I get to come home and I work and work and work on my business. I try and think of different things to make it better and make me better and learn more. And I've already learned so much through the process that no one else would learn in school that's going to school for business. They might learn the words and the lingo and all that stuff, but it's so much different when you're actually in it. So I put myself in that situation so I can learn more. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't have any idea if I just kept talking about, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then just complain that someone else has what I want. Who cares? Who cares what other people have? You don't know what they had to do to get that. Just do you and do what you want to do. That's how you have a good day, is doing what you want to do. And then putting a positive spin to it, even if it's something that you don't like. You find, that's another saying, is you find the good in everything. You got to look for something good. There is something good there. You just got to look for it. Don't be stubborn. Don't be stupid. Do something good for yourself. I hate people that tear themselves down. It's so annoying. Do something good for yourself, man. But I didn't mean to go on a rant. I was just talking about having good days, man. But if it's something that I'm passionate about, it comes out and it happens. So, but I did, what I didn't do is get in my workout yesterday. And usually I get pretty upset about that. I get upset if I don't do my workout because that's what starts my day. And yesterday I didn't feel upset. I felt okay because I feel like I needed that break. And again, I put a positive spin to it. And I said, okay, look, yeah, you didn't get your workout in, but you did this, this, and this. You got this done. You posted this. You got this content done. All this kind of stuff. So, it made me happy and I felt good and I had a good day. But, so today I killed myself twice as hard. No, I didn't kill myself. I don't really train that way anymore. I train for fun, effectiveness, and just, longevity of my life, man. I just want to keep it going. I don't lift just because I'm young. I'm going to be doing it until the day I die. Let me just get that out there. Because I know there's plenty of people that have said, they even say to my wife, oh, he's just doing that right now. He'll get out of it. It's just a phase. Oh, it's been a phase for how many years? No, for real, how many years? I think I started lifting seriously in 2009, maybe, on and off. So yeah, maybe 10 years. Yeah, it's just a phase. No, this is my life. This is what I live for, and I love helping other people get that way, and I love seeing people make progress and stuff. Even at my job, people come up to me and say, oh man, I felt like this and I did this at the gym. I'm like, oh man, that's great, man. That's cool. Keep it going. Don't stop. I don't care if you go to Planet Fitness. Don't stop. So, yeah, I got my workout in. So what I've been doing is this power building thing. So I don't think I do it like everyone else. I don't know how everyone else does it, but the way I like doing it is I like doing a powerlifting movement in first, and then I'll add on top of that. So today I did bench first, and then I added decline and incline bench, and then some band flies, and superset with push-ups and um, rear delt pulls. So I like to work my rear delts when I do chest, just because it loosens everything up around that area and it takes pressure off my shoulder. Because if you're benching correctly, you're not going to hurt your shoulders. So just remember that. If your shoulders are hurting when you're benching, you're not doing it right. But yeah, so got my workout done, drinking my post-workout coffee, and just think we're gonna wrap it up. And I just want everyone to have a good day, man. If something's going wrong, if something's not going your way, flip the script, make it go your way, be positive, enjoy the nice weather today, and live your life the way you want it. That's all you gotta do. Turn it around so you can do the things that you want to do. Have fun and love yourself. This is the Strong Tower Podcast. I'll see you next week. Peace.